Hello everyone, it's Teresa again at Caroline Girl Wreaths, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make another patriotic wreath. July 4th coming up, and it's coming up fast. So today I'm using a method called the Cruffle method. I think I've done a tutorial on this before, but I think I'd call it a woodland ruffle. And the reason why, because it is so similar to that. So I saw this Cruffle method, which really is like the woodland ruffle method that one I used. So we're just going to do it today, and we're going to call it the Cruffle method. How's that, everyone? So first of all, you're going to need a faithful Dollar Tree wreath, 14-inch. This is the way to go if you want to make a wreath on a budget, and they work just as good as the ones you buy already made. They really do. Okay, so we've got that. Total of 15 pipe cleaners, and if you don't know how to place them, anybody new watching, I do have a tutorial on how to place your pipe cleaners. Okay, and I'm just going to show you the sign that we're going to be using today. I chose this beautiful sign. She's so pretty. If you can see the sparkles in her. She's made out of wood. Craft Outlet. Actually got her on sale way back at another season, but she's not lightweight. She's got a little bit of weight to her. So I chose this method because it does seem to support the sign more, because this is going to make a really full, big wreath. And then, of course, the pipe cleaners you'll need for your sign. I have a total of 4. I put 2 on each end. Oh, my bad. The mesh today we're going to be using is the metallic deco mesh. Red, white, and blue, USA. And it's all the same kind. Just metallic deco mesh. Craft Outlet. And then my ribbon, my choice is a ribbon. I had a hard time deciding, not really sure yet. I may switch one out later on, but I chose the real pretty blue here, the hearts. I just love the way it looks. Then you got the red with the white stars. I got a little blue sparkly here. And then I found some red here I had with the little red trim on it, sparkles. I may switch this out, I'm not sure, but whatever ribbon you choose will be just fine. It's your wreath, your choice, okay? So, let's see, if you want to make one now, just like I'm making today, now all my mesh is cut at 30 inches. 30 inches. So if you do want to make one just like I'm making, if you want to take note of this or come back to my tutorial later, and so you'll know, you're going to need like a total of 6 pieces of the white mesh, 6 pieces cut to 30 inches, and you're going to need 12 pieces of the blue and 12 pieces of the red for your whole wreath. So, and remember, they're all cut at 30 inches. Okay, everyone, so let's get started. Thank you for stopping in on me, whether you just happened to land on me or just saw this wreath and said, I want to see that. Or if you're my faithful subscribers, I thank you again. I really do. I really do. I feel like I know some of y'all. So anyway, here we go. Let me get you started. I'm situated. Okay, first I'm going to be doing the white. I don't know, I chose her because she's like since this wreath frame is only got 9 pipe cleaners on the outside, this is what you call a fill-in color to make it come out even, and you'll see why when you get it made. Because with 9 pipe cleaners, you kind of need 3 colors if you're going to do this kind of wreath. So you just want to fold up the ends here. Anybody new, just make sure the curly side's up. Roll her up here a couple times. And I use me a chipper clipper thing. Whatever you can find to clip it together. Okay. Just turn her around. You might want to place something heavy on her because she rolls up on you. Same way on this end. 3. Do about 3 usually. Then I start my scrunching. Made my curls, so starting my scrunching. Just work it to you with your thumbs and your fingers. Thumbs down like a little dam and just pull it up to you. If your first time doing this, man, that's one thing this was so hard for me, and I really don't know why. But it was, if you knew me. But it's really easy and simple to do. So you've got your curls, and then you've got your ribbon. So I'm going to place it down. Outer 2 rings. I usually just give her like a one good tight twist because I'm going to put the other white on top of her. One, 2, 3. Clip. Now I'll just do about 3 of these because I want to show you how I alternate my red and blue. But when you want a really full, like pretty good size wreath, this is the method I think that to use. I'm just going to put her, okay, how I've got this ruffle going crossways, I'm going to put this one vertical on top of this one, up and down, running up and down. I'm going to twist her hair a couple of good times, leaving enough pipe cleaner for your ribbon. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my red and blue. With the blue here. Just love mesh, it's so pretty. I love sparkly things too. I bet a lot of y'all do. And first time if you're doing scrunching, just take your thumbs, put them right behind you, mesh here, your forefingers. You're just kind of like holding it, and then you just pull them while you're holding your forefingers and thumbs there. You just pull the rest of the mesh up to you with your other fingers. And I always tell my subscribers in the beginning when I was doing these tutorials here, let your fingers do the walking, because that's what you're really doing, is letting them do the walking as they pull it up to you, pull the mesh up to you. Okay, so this one right beside. Give it a twist. And what I'm going to do here is just take my red now, and I'm going on top of my blue with my red. Same thing. Excuse me. It is hard to believe that it's almost July, though. It's maybe because I'm getting older, but time does fly. Okay, so here we go. It's going to slide around sometimes on you, but just, you know, sit it the best you can. It's all good. It'll come out good. I tried to have the perfect one time and never could, but. Okay, so we're just going to let this is on top of the blue one here. Times. a chance to go back and what you want to do, the goal is just try to stand them up beside one another, pull them up beside each other, the ruffles. Okay, so now that I've done this with the red and blue, what I do now is the color I left off with on top, red, I'm going to put it on the bottom. I'm going next and putting red on the bottom. Just to change it up a little bit. I just want to say too, guys, I'm sorry while I'm working, I have to talk sometimes. It's too quiet on this side, but I really appreciate all the comments and all, again, that people leave me, and I just appreciate so much. I mean, there are nice people left in the world. I mean, I was always told this, you know, and I think there's a lot of truth in it. If you don't mean something to somebody, don't say anything. But if you mean it, then let them know. I mean, I guess what I'm trying to get at is all the nice comments I've been gotten and the compliments and things. I thank you so much. And I just want to share that. Okay, so where I've got my red in now. Okay, see here? Just going to go back now and put the blue on top of her. Now I'm having a little less white on this wreath. The reason why my sign is white. So I did want to have some white in it, but since the sign has a lot of white in it, I wanted to add more color to it. So that's why I've chosen just a few white. One of these days, guys, I'll learn how to make a wreath and speed it up on my tutorials. I haven't got that good yet, how to work when I load my video. So from now, it's just cutting off the camera, and I'm sorry. Oops, that one come apart on me. Okay, just hold 1 second here. Sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. Let's just redo it. I'm sorry about that. 2, 3. I guess I didn't have that one tight enough. So when you do time, make sure you tie enough. But didn't have that twisted enough. 3. There we go. Let's get her back in there. You stay in there. My fault, I know, but okay, do her a little bit more. Okay. Now, there we go. Now I'm just going to place the blue that I just done on top of her. And remember, it goes up and down. Up and down. Where this one goes across, this one goes up and down. Okay. So you see how she's looking here? She's got the white, then I've got the red and blue, and then the blue and red. So my pattern's going to be, next is going to be white, and then I'm going to go ahead and go back to the red and the blue, alternating my colors. Let me just show you one more, if you don't mind. I've got a white one here already made. I can save some time. Here we go. Okay, so after you do the last red and blue, 2 red and blues, then I'm going to throw in my white one again. That's where your total of 6 pieces of white comes in. Because you got 2 white on top of one another. I had some pre-made a while ago. I'll use them right quick. Let's see. Get this untied here. Sometimes you can pre-make some if you know ahead of time how many you're going to need. Backwards, okay. So now we're just going to throw, I'm wanting to show you how I do the other when I get to the back of the red and blues. Okay, so now what I do, when I get back to, after the white, okay, I go back here where I started with, my last one was blue up. Okay, so I'm wanting to go blue down. So in other words, the last color that you stopped with on top, start with on your next when you get to your colors. Just gives us a different kind of pattern look. And not the same old 2 colors or there we go. Okay, looking for the chip, I don't need to. Okay, here we go. So you're just following the red and blues. You're just rotating them all the way when you come to them. Blue down on this one. We're going to have the red up. I'm sorry guys if I sometimes don't talk so plain, or I am a hillbilly. I've been told that. I'm originally from Tennessee. I've been in the Carolinas for most of my life, but my husband still says I'm a hillbilly, so so anyway, I try, and I'm sorry, forgive me. If there's something that I have not explained or messed up, please comment and ask me. I'll be more than happy to tell you. I just think sometimes I get a little nervous on here, even though I'm not talking to nobody face to face. I still want to try to do it so right, and go. Now she's going to go on top of the blue. Vertically, like up and down. So when I do the next one, I'm going to go off and finish these, but when I do the next one where I left off with red, then my red's going to go down next. So you kind of follow me there if you want to make this kind of pattern. Red will go down, blue on top. So she's looking a little good. Okay, hang with me. Thank you. Okay, everyone, here she is all done. I just added the 6 pieces of white just to give it a touch of white. The rest red and blue. And I just done the inside, everyone, like the outside, but I left the white out. So, see how full it makes it? And I want to tell you, you can make, if I hadn't already told you, you can actually do this with 20-inch cutting it in 20-inch pieces instead of 30. It just, it won't be as full, but you can use 20-inch mesh instead of 30-inch. It's okay too. I just needed a full wreath this time. So in there again, remember if you want to make this style, I use 6 white mesh, 12 blue, and 12 red, and all was cut at 30 inches. Okay, so now it's time for the bows, the ribbon. And you know how us women can be sometimes. We change our minds. Well, I know I had chose this ribbon to start with, and I'm still going to use it. But it's going to be that's the hillbilly coming out in me. So it's going to be paired with this blue sparkle, but I also want to throw in a touch of white. So I've got 6 of these and 3 of these, and I just saw this and I thought, well, you know, I'm going to half and half. A little white sparkle and red. That's my inner ones. And then on the outside 2 rings, of course these. And all my ribbons are cut at 12 inches. I think that's the size everyone uses, 12 inches always. So they can show up when you use a sign or in your ruffles and all. Of course, they're all ducktailed. Okay? And if you don't know how to ducktail, if you want to leave me a comment, if you're new and never have made a ducktail, if you don't know, let me know. And I can show you, but these are already done, really simple. I think everybody must probably know how to do that. But, okay, so let's get started. I don't want to keep you long. I try to do short videos, but it's kind of hard sometimes for me, okay? So in the center here, I'm going to start with just do a couple of ribbons for you, guys, if you don't mind. So I'm going to start with the red and the blue here. Just pinch them in the center. Doesn't really matter which one you have on top. Find you a place. Okay, now you twist mine about good 3 or 4 times. And you don't have to cut the pipe cleaner with it, but if it's a little long, give it a trim. Not too much, because if it's too short, it might come undone. And then just tuck the pipe cleaner under your ribbon. Then fluff your ribbons out. Pull them apart. You can do this later or do them as you make them. So yeah, I thought a little white would be good thrown in here with that. So we'll do one more of the inner. This time it's going to be paired with the blue sparkle. Okay. Throw it in there like this. There, 4. Tuck it down under your ribbon here. Okay, so here we go. And so it's going to be looking like this on the inside. It's going to have the red and the white back to back. So there's going to be 6 of those in the inner. Okay, so the center ribbons are done. Got a little touch of white. I'm glad I changed my mind and done that. I usually do that sometimes, change my mind, y'all, because I just can't ever decide. Okay, so on the outer 2, we're going with these 2 here. And just go around. Same way you done on the inside. Idea what it's going to look like. I always kind of like You know, you can either lay your ribbons straight. Some people know that, and some people just kind of want to curl them up. I always try to kind of give mine a little, like they're standing up look. So there we go. That's going to be on the outer side. So let me get these done, okay? Then we'll put on our side and we'll be done. Okay, so here's shell is done everywhere with the ribbons on. Looking patriotic. Alrighty, so on with the sign. And I went ahead and of course you saw the sign. And I went ahead and I usually use some self-mounting adhesives, but I'm out. So I just used my usual pipe cleaners. I went ahead and I put 2 together on the back. Hot glue gun. Tends to do really well. Reason I use 2 pipe cleaners when some people use 1. 2's better for me because when I was only using 1, I was pushing my sign in the wreath too much, trying to get that pipe cleaner to meet that wreath frame. So 2 works better for me. So you try what you like and see what works best for you. So we're just going to place around here. Don't worry about the ribbons and all when you cover them up because we'll go back and take care of all them. And this thing here, I'm glad she's got a little rope thing around her, hanger on her, because it helps hold her in place too. But I'm going to work her in the sides first here. And you just go down, let's see. You just want to go down in some of your mesh till you come to the frame. In between the, put my hand in here and feel her coming through. Okay, got her through, flip her over, and I usually work on 2 of my rings when I tie her in, just for a little more secure holding her in. And give it a kind of a pretty good twist, 2 or 3, 4 times, and I just bend my cleaners down. Easy to move if I have to. And then on this side, it's going to go over here, same thing. I love this sign, though, the way it's kind of got the little banner on it. Really, actually, that's what it is a banner. So I think it's pretty neat looking, a little different. Okay, we're just going to put her in. You can always go back in and work her the way you want her, adjust her. Sometimes it's hard for me to get her where I want her until she is kind of hanging up. Then I'll have to go back and do some adjustments, but that's the good part about it. You can move it easy with the pipe cleaner. Okay. More. Put my mesh in. Okay, and then the top here of this, let's see. May not have to put that in there, but let's see. Just if you need to, I just usually put me just a little pipe cleaner on it. Give it a few twists. Or zip tie, the one works best for you. And I'll put her in the same way. Deco mesh, it is sticky, sticks with you and everything, but it is pretty. Just love the deco mesh, how it looks. So I'll go back and get some of these ribbons out in a little bit. We're just going to put her in place. Okay. And I usually work with my 2 outer rings here. Same thing. Then the part comes where we're going to just go around and just get all your ribbons out from under the sign the best you can. Work with it. Pull them all out. Let's see. Here's the blue one here. Sometimes you may not with some signs, but you'll get it. You'll get it how you want it. here. Let's see. Get a little mixed up sometimes, y'all. And this one here. Let's see, I try to keep the rope covered some if I can with the ribbons. There we go. There we go. And just continue on around with the ribbons here. Okay, and looking good. I want to thank you all for bearing with me on this video. I really appreciate it. There she is. So I'm going to give you a little look how she's going to look. But I'm going to put her on my door, so I just do better showing you when she's on my door. So there's a preview right here. So let me get her on the door for you all. Alrighty? Okay, everyone, so here she is. I always do better when I have her hanging up myself, getting everything in place, but there's the finished look. I added a few little touches, which I know some of y'all probably do too, but I went ahead and put in maybe some little mini size bows to put around her, different places. That's just me. And if you don't know how to make a mini bow, if anybody's interested, just let me know. I could do a little short tutorial. They're real simple to make. Just nothing to them. But I'm sure probably everybody knows how to do it. But if you don't, please let me know. And even put the USA flag in. We got to have her in. But I think she turned out really pretty. I love the sign because it is a banner. And so I hope that everyone liked this, that saw it, and that at least taught you one thing. So I just want to tell you in closing, like I always do, 4th of July's coming soon. Be here before we know it. And what it stands for, our freedom and all, we really do live in a great country. I mean, I know there's a lot going on and things could be better, but they could be worse too. So I just like to say, everybody, just be thankful for your freedom. Whatever it may be. You may need freedom about something else, but sounds kind of corny, but but I know what I meant in my heart. But everybody, so when the time comes, and if you're watching this video July 4th, hope you have a great one and celebrate. So until next time, everybody have a beautiful day and be thankful for your freedom. Alrighty. Bye-bye.